The American political system is a wonky, complicated mess, but it is nominally a democratic republic. And because of the way our voting system works, we only have two viable parties. And that's just a math thing. Without reforming the way the system works, with a constant, like, either my crazy nonsense idea of, oh, we should rewrite the whole damn thing, the Constitution, that is, and have a third constitutional convention. Either we do that, or we amend it and we change our electoral system. And I'm fully in favor of that. I want to talk about that more. But within the context of this duopoly, within the context of our limited democracy, bipartisan democracy, division is a good thing. You know? People are like, oh, Americans are so divided, they don't agree on anything. Well, okay. Okay, so let's imagine the opposite America. We agree on everything. Total lockstep, right? And let's say I'm an individual person who disagrees with the majority opinion. Who do I vote for? The parties, the two of them, Democrat and Republican. The elephant and the donkey are virtually identical, agree on everything. So who do I vote for? I mean, it seems like it's, you find the marginal differences, but you're probably not going to vote for anyone. You're probably going to be totally disenfranchised. Now, people talk about how America is getting more and more divided. And obviously there's truth in that. I'm not going to say that there isn't. But I think people miss that there are lots of things where the two parties are in lockstep. Neither of them is typically very progressive on economic issues. Neither of them has too much difference in geopolitical issues. Neither of them is all that different in their treatment of the rich and the poor. The class issues are just about the same. It's social issues that they get us on. That's the wedge they use to divide people. Now, social issues are important. And I'm glad that there's a clear delineation of sides as far as that goes. It gives us something to fight for. But that's also what the duopoly is trying to do. It's trying to divide by giving us a real issue, which is nonetheless doesn't oppose any of their economic, class, or, foreign interests. If you are against constant war, there is no party for you. If you are for redistribution of wealth, there is no party for you. If you are for economic reform, there is no party for you. If we were divided on those issues as well, if there was a clear delineation there where one party was in favor of those things and one party was not, then at least you could weigh the options. But if social issues don't matter to you, then you might as well not vote. And I'm not saying that's a correct perspective, but there's definitely people out there who feel that way, where they care about foreign affairs and economics, but they think the social stuff, it doesn't even matter. That's so squishy and oh my God, I got sociology all over me. That's how they feel. And so it confuses me that people are so against the division when there are fights which need to be fought. And don't get me wrong, the social issues are one of those fights. The left needs to, the liberals, the progressive branch of the Democratic Party, there really is no left in the United States. The progressives need to fight and win. We need to get past it and move on, like we've done with so many other things. And I know that there are some on the right, the regressives, who would love to turn the clock back, in some cases, all the way back to slavery. But were the party system further divided on each issue, If they always picked a side, then you would have real choices. So I don't know. I I tend to find to look for the things which are overlooked. And in American politics, the virtue of our division is often forgotten. Because if we agreed on everything, would that be a democracy at all? It barely is now. We've there's so many layers of anti-democratic bullshit in our system that need to be done away with. But where we do have a choice, people complain that there is a choice, that there is a division, that Americans should be more unified and peaceful. No, no, not right now. Not for the foreseeable future. We have problems that need to be dealt with, and we need to pick a side. We need to choose a strategy, and we need to move forward. I don't know. It's just so depressing sometimes, these debates. And how people lament that we have them. Ugh. I also hate apolitical people. But I'm starting to get off topic. Thank you. I've been Appleby. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I hope that you have something to add. Please in the comments